And good evening, everybody. Welcome. How are we all doing? Lovely to see you all. Hope you're safe and well. I've been feverishly working away, upgrading everything from 720p to 1080p, which hopefully will result in a really nice pictorial quality for you guys and girls. Coffee, yeah, I'd quite like a coffee. I'll have a coffee, Heather. So I thought I'd do a bit of commentary for you tonight on World of Warships, just to bring you all up to speed. I am super excited for the next episode tomorrow night of American Truck Simulator on our $4 game build. And hopefully the stream will hold up well. Fingers crossed. So what's going on? Well, this is my original beta test account. The 35 days of premium account is what Wargaming has thrown at me. And basically what I'm doing is getting the account ready for when it is truly free to play and I've got no premium days left, which will go around pretty darn quick. So what I'm doing is, while I've got 35 days of premium, I'm grinding down the tech trees and getting the tier 6 ships that I want. And I'm doing that by skipping as many of the starter tiers as I can, on either going straight to tier 4 or tier 5. And then grinding down until I unlock the tier 6, which it really isn't difficult to do. Now, Japan, well, we've got Japan to do. USA, well, we've got USA to do if we want tech tree ships. I think the only thing I'm missing from USA at the minute is a tier 6 cruiser and the tier 6 submarine. We've got the tier 6 Ranger unlocked and we've got some premiums as well. USSR, well, Mother Russia, we've got the tier 6 Serov unlocked and purchased. We need to get the Ishmael and the Bajani, but I do have premium tier 5 equivalent, so that's not a big rush. And I do need to unlock the S1 submarine, even though I'm probably never going to play submarines. Deutschland, that's the one I'm going to do tonight. I want to go for the Bayen, and we only need 2,000, I can't read it from here, 636 XP, so we should unlock that this evening. The UK is completely done. Full set of tech tree tier 6. We've got the Queen Elizabeth, we've got that. The Leander, we've got that. The HMS Furious, we've got that. And I've also unlocked the tier 6 premium destroyer. The only thing again I haven't got is submarines. But as I say, I'm not sure I'm even going to play submarines. Vive la France, well, we're all premium on Vive la France. So if we wanted the Le Glacier for the funky camo, then we could do that. The same with the Americans with the Pensacola. Italy, I went ahead and ground out to the Trento. Why tier 6? Because as a pure free-to-play player, tier 6 is the last tier where you make money without a premium account. Tier 7 upwards is going to cost you money. Also, tier 6 allows you access to replace co-op battles with operations, which is really nice. So this is why tier 6. Pan Asia, I've done absolutely nothing on the tech tree, although we could end up going for the Ramat, which is the tier 6 cruiser, which is actually just a British Leander. Europe, again, I've done absolutely nothing on Europe. Again, we could go for the tier 6 Vestros, but this is all destroyers, and if you're not particularly keen on destroyer gameplay, and I'll probably give that line a skip. The Netherlands, I've started on the Netherlands. I currently have the Tier 2 Gelderland, and we would stop at the, I can't even pronounce that, Cocoon, maybe, oh no, Cadouin, I don't know, I've no idea. Commonwealth, again we've got that. I've got the Port Jackson unlocked, and again we need to go to the Hobart. We only need 27,000 for the Hobart, so this is all completely doable. Again, Pan American, I do have a Tier 5 premium Pan American ship on this account, which is my original Puppy Linux beta account. And again, I've got the Tier 2, and we would probably stop at the Almantico Grani. Last but not least is Spain, and I've currently got the Tier 2, and again we would look to go to the Belarus and stop there, Tier 6, and that's pretty much where I am. So you'd think really it would make excuse me, more sense to grind the Misselkuser König until we unlock the Bayen. No, not really necessary. So if we switch to operations, we can use our French premium, which will give us a lot more rewards, and I'd also have bonuses applied. So that's what we're going to do. Let me just check the chat before we kick off. Hey up Phil, nice to see you. You're on Puppy. I tried it once but couldn't get it installed on the hard drive. What DE does it have? It has JWM by default, which stands for Joe's Windows Manager. Won't the ship's sat-nav try to take you to Poland? Well, possibly, Phil. Lovely to see you. Hope yourself safe and well. Okay, so that's the current state of the account. I'm very happy with it. Now, this is not my COVID account or my brand new main account, but I've decided I'm going to make this my main account because it gets the beta patch and all the niceties, etc. I just want to bring it up to speed before the end of the year, so there's no great rush, and we can hopefully just enjoy the pants out of it. Wargaming keep throwing premium at us, and I am doing my 5 battles a day and getting my GQ Johnny tokens, so hopefully at the end of the year we'll get the premium GQ Johnny ship, destroyer I think it is. and that should carry us excuse me, through good stead for the whole of 2026. Now I just want to have a look because I have updated it. Oh, it looks alright on your screens actually. And of course the account's name is Puppy Linux, so that harks back to the days when I created the account. In 2015 I was obviously on Puppy Linux. So I kind of thought I'd rebrand it a bit. The game itself looks fantastic. However, streaming in 1080p, I just hope that the stream holds up and the quality for you guys and girls is really nice. I hope it's not shite. And likewise, I hope the quality of American Truck Simulator, which will live stream tomorrow, will also be really, really good. Those are going to be the main 2 games that I focus on for the rest of 2025 and well into 2026. I do still want to complete my back catalogue. I am still playing a lot of Guild Wars 2, and in Guild Wars 2 my character's level 60 already, through doing very little other than enjoying the pants out of it. But I've kind of got my bug back again for World of Warships, and you know, it's very difficult. I do love aircraft carriers. I do love lots and lots of different types of battle modes, etc. But I have to be honest, fast firing carriers are definitely one of my favourite. And of course, fast-firing carriers, cruisers, there's nothing better than the Americans. Man, do the Americans fast fire. So I might have a bit of fun with the Americans. We're not done yet. And of course on the other two accounts I've got a whole bunch of ships that I just do not have on this account. So we'll see how it goes. But I think the game absolutely looks fantastic. And I just hope that that's reflected in your live streams. And if you play the game, again, all I can recommend is you try playing it from some different views and perspectives. This almost feels like I'm standing on the deck of the ship with the swell of the sea, and oh, it's just amazing. It's fantastic. And of course you get to blap things, which is pretty cool as well. Now, of course, I'm a 100% free to play player, cheap bastard as Dave would call me, but that's kind of my own personal pathetic little way of getting back at wargaming. Although, to be fair, wargaming have been very, very generous this year with both World of Warships and of course World of Tanks. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the pants out of it. Why no Mirko Abli? Well, Mirko Abli have completely updated their interface, and like World of Tanks, it looks very mobile-y, and I don't like it. Now I'm sure World of Warships will follow suit eventually, because it's one and the same game. But with Putin seizing control of Mirko Abli, I really don't fancy putting a whole bunch of time and effort into that game when at the end of the day this is the proper version of the game. And I may as well go with this. Yes, I don't have the ships on here that I have on Mirko Abli, and I do think Mirko Abli is a far more generous platform than World of Warships, for sure, every day of the week. But, and here's the but, you know, I've played this World of Warships account since 2015, 10 years, on and off, up and down. I've played my COVID account to death, and I've got the collector ship badge on that one, and my brand new free to play account already has tier 8s on it. Not that I can afford to play them or run them, but I've had to pick one because I can't keep hopping between accounts, and this is the one I've picked. It's the oldest, the original, some would argue the absolute best, so that's what we've gone for. And this operations is kind of a mini version of the 1940s operations, and I'm very, very happy with the game mode. I'm hoping it's a permanent game mode, and for operations you do need to be tier 6 to enter the game mode, hence this is why I'm kind of grinding up the lines to tier 6, because logic would tell you that I should only play tier 6 premium ships to maximise my returns, but you know, I do like playing some of the tech tree ships as well, and I do enjoy the challenge of getting them and unlocking them and kitting them out. It's not a cheap thing. You know, fully upgrading a tier 6 ship isn't cheap. I know, nothing compared to a tier 10, I get it. And I do have a tier 10 on this account. I do have a tier 8. and the rest are all tier 6s. The tier 8 and the tier 10, well, they'll allow me to access game modes that otherwise I wouldn't be able to access. Now I do want to come clean. Both the tier 8 and the tier 10 ship on this account were given to me free by Wargaming for part of their 10-year anniversary. So, you know, don't be under any illusions. I've not been grinding away like a no-lifer to get a tier 8 and tier 10. But I think it's changed significantly today with all the boosters and different game modes that are available to you. And I think that, you know, it's not as daunting as it once was. It don't fill me with dread anymore logging into Wargaming like it used to. So this is the French tier 6 premium cruiser called the De Grasse. I don't know where those shots went, but anyway. Well, I'm guessing we better turn into them now. Oh, they're going to run out. They ain't got the legs. We do have torps, but didn't really want to flood the area with torpedoes. Not that I'm a destroyer, so I can't flood the area anyway. We'll let some of them go. You never know. What distance have we got on the torpedoes? 9 kilometres, that's not bad. How far are they? 14 kilometres, so nothing's going to be hitting them anytime soon. So we'll stay on with the guns. Let me keep an eye on the aircraft carrier that was supposed to be escorting. Did I just hit that? I did. So we'll have some free damage and free XP. You won't do the damage in this mode that you will in the big boy mode, as I like to call it. You know, to do 200,000 damage in that is pretty commonplace. If you can do 90,000 damage in this, you're doing bloody well. Because don't forget, the enemies are not as difficult as they are in the big boy game. Now, are you going to turn right to miss the island? Or, no, you're not. You're going to carry on, aren't you? That's fine. As long as we keep up with the entourage, we'll be fine. And as I say, it's so much more interesting than a straight dual bot battle. It's terrific fun, and you will get a lot more rewards playing this mode than what you will straightforward bot battles. Bot battles are alright, they have the place. And they're great for AFK grinding, for sure. You know, we do all need a little bit of variety in our lives. Actually, mate, the team and studio behind Coable are the ones that developed the game originally, and Wargame licenses WoWs from them. Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Phil. But the thing is, now that Putin has arrested the owner of the company and the Kremlin has seized control, total control of the company's finances and everything else, I'm not sure how long Coable is going to stay open. I'm guessing that Putin just literally wants the money, honey, and he's not really interested in anything else, which is straight into the rock. Well done. Which is fine, I get it. So I've decided to go to the Wargaming one, and I do get totally that Wargaming just have licenses for World of Warships. But I've got both installed on the PC, so if ever anything happens to one of them, I've always got the other one to fall back on. But for me, it was originally going to be Mirko, but I just got fed up of everything being in Russian and all the rest of it. And yes, I did have the XML translation files, but as I say, now they've gone to a mobile type interface, all in Russian, and some of the translation files work, some don't. It kind of sealed the deal and settled me on World of Warships. I think that, coupled with the fact that Wargaming are going out of their way to increase the player base and perhaps being as generous as they've ever been, I think that kind of sealed the deal for me. Don't get me wrong, I love Mirko, I think it's fantastic, but at the end of the day, it's Russian, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's Mother Russia. By the way, thanks to everybody who's subscribing. Thank you for your support. It's very, very much appreciated. Don't forget, this YouTube is 100% free and will always be that way. You won't suddenly find a Patreon pop up or you know, monetized subscriptions. It's as free as I am. That's why all my games are free to play. That's why I am kind of limited as to what I can buy in these games, because it's my real world money, and when it comes to that, well, I'm not stingy with it, but you know, to throw a load of money at pixels that don't really exist when you can get the tech tree equivalents that, yeah, I grant you, are not as good as the premium ships, but you know, Wargaming have got coal, have got steel, have got free doubloons in the game, so there are plenty of opportunities for you to get your hands on premium ships without having to get the credit card or the wallet out. The only skill that you need to get all said ships, as I've started collecting them, is the age-old skill called patience. And if you have a bit of patience, do you know what, in this game you're going to be just fine. It's when it's like, oh, I can't wait, I've got to have this now, I need this ship, I need it. You don't need it at all. You'd like it, but you don't need it. So just have a bit of patience, grind your coal, grind your steel, get your free doubloons, fill your boots, and before you know where you are, you'll have a load of free premium ships that will earn you really good credits and free XP, and your wallet will love you. Spend the money on your wife, spend the money on your family, spend the money on anything rather than pixels which are not real. Just saying. I'm sure we're heading to this place here. Well, I think this game has been a success. I'm hoping that we make enough free XP off this one battle to go and buy the Bayen, or the Bayen, however you want to pronounce it, the Kriegsmarine das Bayen. Yeah. And that will be my tier 6 German tech tree battleship. I've got to unlock the tier 6 German aircraft carrier, cruiser and destroyer. I'm probably not going to bother with submarines, although submarines are now in operations. This is what I'm playing here. Victory or death for Secretary. So with the boosters on, hopefully we made enough XP, free XP, to get ourselves the Bayen. Operation Raptor Rescue completed. I don't think we did. I think we needed 3,600. Okay, we can't use the Koenig because the Koenig is of course German tier 5 and you need to be tier 6 to access, and I'm very hot tonight, I don't know if it's me or what. So let's just go to the German line. Bayen. We need 912, so I'm guessing 912 XP. We could go to the German line and give the Missile Cruiser König a couple of runs out and change that back to bot battles and just AFK it, I'm guessing. So we currently have the tier 2 Dresden, which I absolutely love. What a ship that is. We have the tier 4 German aircraft carrier, the Rhine. We need to grind the crap out of that to get the tier 6. And we've currently got the tier 5 Missile Cruiser König. I don't know, we really would like the Nuremberg at tier 6, but that's of course before I've bought the Bayen. The Karlsruhe we can buy, the Königsberg we could buy to match the Koenig, but again this is the pair really that I'm after. And as I say, I want to try and do this for all lines to give me a real nice tech tree choice. Do you run Linux or Windows 11? Yep, nothing wrong with Windows 11. I see all the crap and all the fake news that by they I mean the internet was doling out about SSD dying and all that was a load of crap then. Anyway, just bear with me a second. I'll just set this up for an AFK bot battle and right, oh it's loading. I'll just set this up and then I'm gonna take my clothes off and sit in my underwear because I'm a bit hot actually, and hopefully we can get some AFK bot battle grinding done, which I think is amazing fun. So we want to go there, we want to go there, we want to go there. Okay, I'll be right back, all 2 minutes. And okay, we should be back. Oh, that's better. I can cool down a bit now. So warm tonight. Well, unfortunately, Philip, some things you can't unlearn, see or hear. But nevertheless, look, it's what it is, isn't it? So let's go to my favourite viewpoint, which is actually on the deck of the ship. The Koenig is a really nice, beautiful ship. There's no point me keeping any tier 5 ship or lower unless I've got a specific use for it. You know, and sometimes I will just do a 3-4 hour session of auto bot farming on something like the Mikasa. Just AFK auto bot farm and make a ton of credits and XP. You know, sometimes when you don't want or need to care, if you know what I mean. You know, I don't really need to be firing these guns here, but nevertheless. I don't know why there's no music, that worries me. Did I turn the music down? No. There is music. Okay. Maybe it's because I've got the volume turned right down in my headphones. Maybe that's it. Who knows? Well, who knows? They're all going behind the rocks, of course, because they know Ebeez is inbound, and that spells certain death for them. We've not done any damage. You will have bot battles where you do 0 damage because you just can't get there in time to do any bloody damage. It's just the way it is. And you see, before my shots could hit, the little cruiser taught the shit out of it and it's dead. Nothing you can do about it. Just let it go, don't worry about it, and you know, if it takes you 3 or 4 AFK bot battles in order to get your next shit, well, it ain't the end of the world. There's that little thing creeping in that I warned you about called patience. So I've done 0 damage. There's only one ship left, which is this one here, and I bet you he dies before our shells can hit it. Oh no, we did actually do some damage. There you go. And we did also capture an area. There's no pointers persisting on the auto waypointing. There we go. Torps are in the water, and I'm guessing he's just going to die. Yep, he's going to sail straight into them. So there's no point us even bothering ourselves. There he goes, he's dead. Victory, and we did a paltry 4,000 damage. But you know what? It doesn't matter, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. We earned 736 XP there. Pretty much for doing nothing. That might be enough to buy the Bayen. The Bayen. However you want to pronounce it. I should really, after working for a German company for 30 years, know how you pronounce Bayen. Now, of course, being regarded as a veteran player, I have received my free coupon for both doubloons and for coal. So it's just a case now of saving up enough coal for the ships that I want and then spending it. And that's why both my coal and my doubloons are somewhat depleted. So I'm now back up to 11,000 coal. I've got 1,400 steel and 1,600 doubloons. If we go to coal, there's very little else that I want to buy. The only thing that I might buy is I might save up my doubloons and get the Bayen, which is the tier 6 aircraft carrier. I could also go for the Lazo or the Lazzo. I don't know how the Russians would pronounce that, because that looks Italian to me and it's not. It's Mother Russia. And yes, it's a tier 7, which is not ideal, but as you can see, I only need 37,500 coal, not 75,000 coal. So we could actually pimp this ship out and use this for all of the stuff. I do have a tier 8 premium destroyer already. most of the tier 6s that are left, I think, are all destroyers. The Marblehead and the Hill are tier 5. They're both really, really good cruisers. I can't remember. Yeah, the Anshan you see is a destroyer at tier 6. And I don't really fancy that, to be honest. I do like my cruisers, I like my battleships, and I like my aircraft carriers. Hey up, Beck, lovely to see you, big hugs. You've just got a tier 10 destroyer from the free battle pass containers on Coably. Well, I got a free tier 10 cruiser on Wargaming, just for being a veteran. And if I go to my Japanese line, which have been feverishly building up with premium ships, you'll see that we've got the Yoshino, which is a tier 10 cruiser, and I got that completely 100% for free. The only thing that I am missing on Wargaming versus Mir Corabli is my fleet of aircraft carriers and my fleet of submarines, because everything on Mir Corabli you seem to get so easily, whereas on Wargaming, well, it's not that hard, but you have got to play the game. So let's go and see if we've now got enough to purchase the Bayen, and we have. It's going to cost us 3 million credits, but we've got 4.5, and we can sell the Koenig. So let's go ahead and buy the beautiful Bayen, which is arguably one of the best tier 6 tech tree ships in the game, and there she is in all her glory. And again, it's fine not to upgrade your grind ships. And we'll just dismiss the commander. So there we go. At tier 6 we have now got our beautiful Bayen, which will be one of our staple ships that we play a lot throughout 2026. So when it comes to equipment, first of all I need to upgrade it. Well, again, we can do a lot of that via operations and via AFK bot battles. I'm going to give it the... I do like that flag, but anybody can get that flag, but we'll equip it for now. I'm going to save that for my tier 10 probably, or maybe a tier 6 premium that I just can't live without. In terms of camo, well, so this is a bugger. This is special is on offer for 100 doubloons, but it does look a little bit weak. We do already have 2 of these, and I think it looks better than the original. We do also have plenty of plain white, which again I think makes the ships look gorgeous, but we do also have the special event perma camo. I'm not so sure about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with save my doubloons, as this is a permanent camo, and use that one, because I think that looks actually quite nice and probably quite realistic with all the different lines on it. And I just think that's a bit dull and a bit flat and a bit boring. Who knows, maybe in the future we'll get the opportunity to get ourselves a really great unique camo for the tier 6 Bayen. Just waiting for your... Oh, have you ordered it? What have you ordered? Very nice. You're going to have a hot pocket for breakfast. Hey up, Cody. Sorry if I missed you. Sorry if I've missed anybody. Again, my sincere thanks to everybody who's subscribing to the channel. I hope you find what you're looking for, and I hope that I give you many, many hours of happy entertainment moving forward. Okay, so we've done that. Now what do we do? Well, the next thing we want to go for is sorry, not the destroyer. The next thing that we want to go for is the cruiser. I doubt we've now got enough for the... No. So we can buy the Kohlberg at tier 3. So let's go ahead and buy the Kohlberg. I'm going to keep the Dresden because I really do like the Dresden. It's great. And so what do we need for the Karlsruhe? We need 6,000, and we will need to do some upgrades on the Kohlberg. We'll set that as a primary in order to unlock. So to get the Karlsruhe, what is that? Oh, that's the Nassau. Well, we don't need that. So we will need to spend 950 on that in order to unlock the tier 4 Karlsruhe. Now this is a tier 3, is it not? So what we could do, we could, let's just have a look at its artillery. It's just main battery, it's not even got any secondaries. So AFK bot battles is out of the question. The only trouble with this switching it to randoms, yeah, we're going to have a lot less randoms to do, but getting a random battle can take quite a while at lower tiers. And at this time of night, well, it's night for me here in the UK, evening, you know, you're going to be playing basically against real players all the while, which is fine if you choose the right time of very early hours in the morning or late at night. The majority of the teams at tier 3 you come up against will be bots. So as you can see, I'm not prepared to sit there and wait. I do suffer from the same disease that the younger generations suffer from when I'm in a queue, which is of course impatience. We don't have any of the other modes available to us, so the only one that we've got available to us is co-op battles. Well, we know at co-op battle level it's going to take us perhaps 3 to 4 times the amount of battles. So we need 6,000 XP, which is not that much, quite frankly. Now we could load up a premium ship and go and do it pretty much in one go. We could also lose a lot of money, so let's go for the Japanese tier 10, which I have not upgraded at all. I don't know if that can... No, it's got to be tier 7 or tier 8, but he can do operations. The Gallant is the tier 6 actually that I've got, and we've got the West Virginia, which is the other American tier 6 premium battleship, which is absolutely gorgeous. So, you know, we've been very lucky. I've got the tier 6 tech tree American carrier, the Ranger. I've got the tier 4. Oh no, I beg your pardon, I'm telling you a load of lies. I've already unlocked the tier 6 Russian aircraft carrier and done that on the Serov. And we've got the tier 6 British, which is the Furious. So we've got a few more carriers to add to the account. We do have the La Terrabal, and it is terrible, which is the tier 8 premium. So we do have a tier 8. Shame it's not a cruiser, because cruisers seem to get into all battle modes, whereas on some modes you can't get in. There's the tier 8 premium that's only for the... Yep, absolutely, and we do have that. The rental ship, which is the American Cleveland. But although the Cleveland itself is a tech tree ship, they've made it premium as a rental. And of course, we could use that and take that into here. And we could also take the Laterabal, but if we go into the American cruiser tech tree, USA, excuse me, the Cleveland is a standard tier 8, along with the Baltimore, whichever one you prefer. So actually that's available just for playing. The Baltimore and the Cleveland look pretty much identical to me, with there being very, very little difference between. I'm sure there are subtle play style differences, but as I say, the Cleveland and the Baltimore are available in the tech tree. I really, really do like the Cleveland as a fast fire, sort of mid-tier cruiser. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's make a pig zero of this and see if we can earn enough to go straight to tier 4 without having to suffer the tier 3. And again, that is another strategy that you can adopt, which is not to research or purchase any ship up to the tier that you want, and just use your premium ships to grind up to that tier using free XP, and you're pretty much good to go. Okay, so let's see what the Cleveland can do for us. Some of these battles you'll do insane amounts of damage. Some of the times, no matter what you do, you'll just get blown out the water. But again, I would love to see these sorts of battle modes available permanently and not locked behind a level wall, so all players could have access to them. And it can't be that difficult for Wargaming to make tier 4 versions up. I think that's low enough, that's acceptable, so that even newish players should be able to get to tier 4 relatively quickly and then can access this mode, because both this mode and operations are such a welcome break from bot battles if you're not a big fan of randoms. Absolutely amazing, really, really nice option. I forgot, we've got to go and get them before we escort them, haven't we? And again, and as I say, you know, I mean, that's way too much lead because he's slowed down to torp. The only thing, nearly killed him. The only thing that I don't like about the American cruisers is the lack of torpedoes. Most cruisers have torps, but I mean, apart from that misdemeanor, I'll let it off, because the American cruisers make up for the lack of torpedoes with super fast firing guns. Okay, so we've got to keep out of the illuminated areas and not get blown out the water. The prize of war, an allied ship picked up a buff. Of course it did. So that's that one done. Where's the next nearest one? 8.5 kilometers, and there's a Fairy Tacker, which is a terrific tech tree tier 5 Japanese cruiser, and its bigger sister, the tier 6 Aoba. And these are HE spam nightmares. They will spam HE at you all day long, and you'll pay the price for it. Try and avoid this illumination if I can. And there's a Fubuki there. Because I don't want to get my ship lit up and targeted, and I also don't want to run the risk of us failing this mission because there was nobody left that didn't go in to the illumination. I'm going to pop my hydro here because I don't know who's going to be. Oh, coastal guns, they need neutralising. Yeah, so he's taken out. We can avoid that. He's dead. So we can switch to AP and attack the coastal guns once we can bloody well see them. And then switch back to HE. Oh, he's dead already. Okay, so I needn't worry about that. We can switch back to HE for hitting the ship. So this is the next one, which is 10 kilometers. Let me just check the chat. The Furious Taco is jingle. Yeah, absolutely. I do love these American cruisers, I really do. But then again, I also love the Japanese. I adore the Russians, and I love the British. You know, so you really are bloody spoilt for choice on the tech tree. The only downside of your tech tree is it just does not bring home the bacon like your premium ships will, and it's just the way it is. Okay, so that was just a tad too much lead. He's not going as fast as what I thought. The other thing you've got to be really careful of is getting separated from the crowd, and you know, if you're the only ship available for the bots to focus on, you will get annihilated. So do bear that in mind. I don't think that's enough lead. So as you can see, we're now straight away getting focus fired. So we better get into the smoke that this kind gentleman's provided for us before we get absolutely wrecked because we don't have torpedoes. Look at that. Every shot hits. You got to love the bots for landing every shot on time and on target. Never been that yet. Okay, now we're in the smoke. We should be able to go ahead and annihilate these chabs, and I mean annihilate, because this is one hell of a fast firing cruiser, and it will blow you to kingdom come if you give it half a chance. Yeah, that's him dealt with. Oh, of course I'm now lit up, which means the bastards are going to focus me, and I'm going to get wrecked. Any time today, sweetheart, would be good. I need to try and get the hell out of here before I get absolutely wrecked. But there's no need for us to not take advantage of the fact that we're no longer getting focus fired by all of them, so we can fill our boots. I mean, look at this thing here. Look, it just does not miss ever. But fortunately, I think we've got away with it by the skin of our teeth. So what we'll do is join these over here. That guy, funnily enough, has saved me and signed his own death warrant. Okay, so let's see if we can repay this little Akazuki in kind, as he decided he was going to take lumps out of us. Still don't think I've given that enough lead, you know. And I'm so glad that we got the hell out of there. By the look at that carpet of torpedoes. And we'll see if we can whittle him down as much as possible. Not sure now where we've got to go. We're not going to last long. Oh really? Not with this amount of health. And why they've picked me to light up, I've no idea. Maybe it's the game mode, I don't know. But anyway, we'll try and get the hell out of here and try and get delit. I'm guessing we're not going to last too much longer, as we've already had a tank and spank. But we'll do our best. Just turn the headphones down a bit as the eardrums are starting to complain. Okay, so we need to destroy the capital ship. That's a coastal gun which needs destroying, and I've got to hope that the team takes care of that, because we're in absolutely no fit state to take care of anything. Again, yeah, you see, here we go, there's our good old friend the Akazuki, giving it the Barry McGuigan. Because we're lit up. Well, you know, he suddenly appeared out of nowhere, so I'm going to go with the fact that he probably teleported there, but unfortunately for him, he's going to get hell rained down on him from high, and he's going to get absolutely annihilated. See ya, don't want to be ya. There you go, that killed him. Beautiful. And he's still firing even though he's dead. Really? You're just comfortable with that? As I say, my sincere thanks to everybody who's subscribing and supporting the channel. I'm very grateful. Hey up Michael, much love. Tomorrow's live streams I'm going to focus on American Truck, and I'm super excited. As you know, we're 100% free to play. In that we've only got the $4 base game, but I have fully loaded it, and I've got a special reveal for all of you tomorrow, and I know you're gonna love it. Ooh, it's a good job none of them it is, because he's a battleship, he'd only have to give us a sniff, and we would be in serious soap and bubble. But we've done 60,000 damage, so not totally noobish. Nothing to be excited or proud about, but you know, not bad. Normally in this mode I've had 250,000 damage battles, and that's pretty much jump you right down a whole tech tree instantly. Which is pretty cool, and it's a great fun mode. Now we're being attacked from something else that's just spawned in. I'm guessing this is going to be the death of us. Yeah, I'm guessing, because I can bob and weave all alike. You know, the bots just don't miss. There you go. We're 100% accurate, every shot hits. On time, on target, we've never been that yet. So what have we got left to do? Destroy the enemy capital ship, which my team are on at the minute, so I reckon I am okay to be bullish. And that's that destroyed, and I'm hoping that's the enemy capital ship. It is, and we got a victory. So me getting it right up the Jaxie was absolutely fine. And we got some free rewards for doing that. More importantly, we got 4,500 XP. And we got an extra bonus for earn 3,000 base. So the way that this game works, I reckon that we can probably go straight to tier 4, so we don't actually need to buy the tier 3. I only need one more as you can see, and then we'll get another 24 hours of free premium to add to the 35 days that we've already got. So we've gone back to co-op. We want to go to Germany, Deutschland, and we're currently on the Kolberg, aren't we? We've not even played a battle in it yet. Then again, we've not spent a penny on it. We're 1,700 short of the Karlsruhe, and then the one that we really want to go for is the Nuremberg, which is 55,000 and 2.5 million, and we're almost there now anyway. So, you know, it's up to you which way round you want to do it. The Karlsruhe is a terrific ship for a cruiser, a little light cruiser, but it does have, I'm sure it has torpedoes. Yep, there's your torpedo tubes in the side midships. 2 sets either side, I think, if I remember right. No, 1 set either side. And it's a great little ship, and it's a good introduction to the German cruiser line. So what I'm going to do is, I could just do it in a single hit if I wanted. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to enjoy the Kolberg. As I say, the Dresden I will keep and pimp out as a seal clubber, because that's what it is. We've got the tier 6 Bayen, which you've just seen us unlock and purchase. We want to go for the tier 6 cruiser next, and then we'll go for the tier 6 carrier. And I don't know whether I'm going to go for the tier 6 destroyer. I love destroyers, don't get me wrong, they're great fun, but not. I'm more of a cruiser / aircraft carrier / battleship kind of guy. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Enough talking. Let's go and take the Kolberg out. It's not upgraded. We've got a 0-point captain, because there's no point us throwing money at a ship that we're not going to keep. The only thing that we do have to do, of course, is upgrade the conning tower on the ship. So we're okay. Yeah, we're over here. So again, a little tip for you all. Not that you need any tips from me. Is whether you're playing bot battles or whether you're playing random battles, at lower tiers, always stay in your cap, because that's where all the bots are going to head for. There's no point you heading for their cap, all the bots heading for your cap, and you've got nothing to shoot and no time to get back. You're far better off to patrol and defend your cap and let the bots come to you. It's as simple as that. Now this is a super fast firing tier 3 little cruiser. This is, I'm guessing, right between the Victorian times, the late 1800s and the very early 1900s, and you can indeed see the ship starting to change in its development life from the older Victorian ships, definitely. So it is a more modern type style of cruiser. It is an upgrade on both the Dresden before it and the it's the Dresden, this is tier 3. So this is a straight upgrade on the Dresden, but it doesn't spit the rounds out like the Dresden does, unfortunately. It's still fast firing, but it doesn't bring hell and brimstone down like the Dresden does at tier 2. Having said that, when fully upgraded, of course, it's got a lot more health. I wouldn't like to take any tier 3 and above into randoms, because you're going to come up against aircraft carriers, you're going to come up against seal clubbers, and you're going to potentially, from tier 5 onwards, come up against submarines, and you're going to have a torrid time of it. So I personally think you're far better just chilling, taking it nice and easy, and the subscribers are just rolling in, and I'm so grateful. It's wonderful. So I think you're better off to just chill out. I'm guessing he's going to get torqued to death. I'm just going to turn it around broadside so we can bring all guns to bear comfortably. And we're just going to sit back here and blat anything and everything that comes into range. We've already done a whopping 198 damage. But believe you me when I tell you that the German cruisers can rain down hell from up on high. That is no exaggeration, I shit you not. And you'll see the rate at which this, and now this is 100% stock, fully unupgraded, with a 0 point capped in. So if you do invest time and money in, you can just absolutely pimp these out, and these will wipe any ship off the map if they're allowed to. Having said that, they are very much glass cannons in that, you know, a couple of hits off a decent battleship or a decent tier 4 cruiser, you're done. And you cannot take torpedo hits at all, not with a health pool of 17,000 on an unupgraded ship. So this is very much a case of just enjoy the pants out of it and just play your battles, grind away and have fun. And don't forget, if you're not having fun, well, dead simple, don't do it, because it's all about fun and enjoyment. So I'm going to focus him. I don't know if he's slowing down, you know. He's possibly got torpedoes. He's definitely slowed down and he's turning. We'll keep focus firing him and we'll chip away at him, wear him down, set fires and just generally be an absolute nightmare to him. And in the meantime we're just racking up the damage. Yep, I get it, we're not going to get the rewards that we would get were we in random battles, but then again we don't have to deal with the douchebags that are in randoms. That's not to say that every random player is a douchebag, because they're not. There's some really good super players in randoms. Unfortunately we're not one of them. Just saying. So we're going to stay focused firing him, and my lead isn't cutting it, or he's sped up. And we've set a fire, and we continue to punish him for not taking any sort of evasive manoeuvres. And now he's stopped pretty much, so he should be nice and easy to hit and probably destroy. Why he stopped there, unless it's to release torpedoes. That's the Dutch cruiser, and we've killed him. So there you go, nice and easy. Now we've got a St. Louis, which is an American tier 3 cruiser, which is a super cruiser. It's a favourite, along with its premium counterpart, the Charleston, of a lot of tier 3 players, because of the amount of batteries that they've got and the rate of fire. Superb ship, but not really a problem for the Dresden. The Dresden can just absolutely annihilate any tier 3 cruiser, or destroyer for that matter. You see the rate of fire, it's just pop, 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 pop. And it's just a shame that we're not broadside, but anyway, we are presenting a tiny thin target, should he decide to have a pop at us, and I'm guessing we're going to kill him. Yeah, and there you go. So he made a big mistake. Huge. There's only one ship left, so we're sitting on 28,000 damage, which for a bot battle, considering we stayed in our cap, is fine. So it's telling me that the enemy ship that's left was last seen over here. So let's go a hunting. Wow, I love this perspective. Wargaming have done such a fantastic job of this. It feels so real. Yeah, I guess it could invoke nausea and vomiting, I get it, but hot diggity, it's so good. And as I say, you can change your perspective and just fill your boots on it. So he's behind that island. I'm guessing the Kawachi, which is a Japanese tier 3 battleship, is going to be filling his boots. So we've achieved goal 1 tonight, which was to get the tier 6 Bayen or Bayen battleship tech tree, and our next goal is to get the tier 6 German cruiser. Tomorrow is going to be American Truck Simulator Day, and I'm super excited for it. I know you'll all love it to bits, because we're going to go kind of goggles level without spending a penny. So we are going to introduce our first custom modded truck into American Truck Simulator tomorrow, and we're going to enjoy the pants out of it. And that's him, he's done, he's gone. So there you go. Let's see. Now, I really enjoyed that. I know it's not a competitive game. We only earned 520 and 68 XP, 30,000 credits, but if we go to the real screen, we only earned 28,000 because of the ship servicing. We'd have only earned 18,000, but that is still good enough to casually service your account. Best of luck if you've got higher tier ships and you're 100% tech tree free to play. You're in for a really tough time of it. I think, yeah, we're on the Kohlberg, of course. So the next one is the Karlsruhe. That's down to 1100 XP, and things like your combat missions and certainly your campaigns can really help you. So there's the 5 epochs, which, if I remember right, is specifically aimed at low tiers. So we've completed that, but until we've completed these, we can't unlock the next level. And as you can see, these are all they're not all aimed at specific ships. Some of them are aimed at specific ships to encourage you to explore the tech tree. So the V25, which is a German destroyer, I think. The V25 is but merely a tier 2. And we could complete that with the V25, which is exactly the same destroyer as the Pan-Asian one, the Longzhang, and I'm guessing the Longzhang was originally a German destroyer. These are terrific fun to play, absolutely terrific. So, you know, when you are thinking about going up your tech trees, do think about you know, how you can maximize going up them tech trees. I'm not trying to encourage you to buy a bajillion ships, don't get me wrong, but certainly you can have an awful lot of fun just casually pottering up the tech trees, playing a lot of them AFK if you're in battleships. If you've got cruisers that are heavy cruisers with good secondaries, again, you can do a lot of that AFK in. You know, it's the path of least resistance for you. Let me just check the chat because it seems to be a bit feverish in there. See you, Heather. Take care. Need to eat. Busy around the house. Yeah, take care, Heather. Much love, girl. And it's an hour and 15, bit of a shorter stream tonight, but we have achieved our goal of unlocking the Kriegsmarine Bayen, tier 6 German battleship. In the next World of Warships live stream, which will probably be Tuesday as it's ATS day tomorrow, we'll carry on up the German cruiser line and see if we can achieve our goal of getting our beautiful tier 6 cruiser. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Thank you again so much for supporting the channel and the live streams. Much love to each and every one of you. Have a wonderful evening and a great week next week, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow morning sometime. Cheers, everybody. Much love.